Good evening, my dear friends. Today, in this topic, I'm going to talk on a particular thing which will make interest in everybody. If you're new to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will not miss videos whenever I upload your videos. Okay? So, let us get started with the topic. Now, the basic question of when, where, and how. This is a 3-minute talk. Well, the importance of when, where, and how is that in history we would have heard about when, where, and how, and why it is applicable, because this topic is going to implement in today's what I'm going to talk. Before that, understand why I am talking on this topic, because when you've chosen a topic or when you're asked to present something, don't do just for the sake of doing, because 90% people often do that. They do just for the sake of doing. So this is the wrong thing. So this is why I always have a procedure. Let's start with the procedure, basic question, when, where, and how, then with the topic, so that it will be easier to understand in what way this topic is going to benefit. This is how I make a YouTube strategy. Now, where it is applicable all over the world, because all over the world means whether in workplaces, whether in the shops or in gym, anywhere. This is important to say that where comes anywhere in the world, whether it is public, whether in an airplane, whether in a shop, wherever you are in the world. This is to say that how things differ as per the time, because we can see a drastic change in today's reality, that how times have changed according to it, isn't it? Basically, you always think that starting with a basic question implies all the topics will be covered within a short period of time. Because, for example, if you're going for playing a cricket or whatever, there's football or tennis or whatever sports you're going to play, without knowing a thing, if you're going to take that, it's just a waste of time. How much ever you work on it, it will only end up in a failure. So try to avoid such kind of mistakes. So this is a question of when, where. Finally, the question comes how and why. How means how it is applicable, because there are each competitors in a world where we can surely say that it applies like this. It can go in any process. This is the basic strategy. Now, whenever we start with a topic, let us always have these kinds of questions in our mind, so that it can create interest in every people. Well, in my strategic, I always start like why, when, where, and how, so that it will give a benefit to the people. Because in my cases, I have seen also other YouTubers who don't even start with this kind of basic questions, when, where, and how. They just like that go away, for which in my case that is not worth to me. So that is why I always start with definition, when, where, and how. I go as per the process, so that things and objects becomes simple. It is like making all the complicated one into a simple thing, where it is like an atom. Oh, small things split into many particles. This is it. Now you would have understood about when, where, and how. So let us get into the topic. This is about a story between the two friendship. Well, the topic will be declared after 4 minutes or 5 minutes talk. Before that, let me summarize till now what I have done. In the last video, I was talking about the beautiness of the firefly that made a small boy the happiest day, which can be never forget. Now, this is going to be the same thing, but it varies. Now, think that you and your best friends are very close to each other. Always think like this so that we can able to connect this reality into a story. Because you can always, because whenever I am telling a story, I imagine a real situation that happens and convert that into a story so that we can understand a friendship between the two things. And in one of my videos, I was talking about my imagination towards my best friend that was always there. And there was a question asked over there, is that not question, it is a statement, is that I'm really lucky to have a friend like you. Thank you so much for writing this. When I saw that statement, I was really proud that how my true friendship is being a very true towards a close friend. Which means when you are true to a friend, you should keep up your words, not to cross any kind of limits, isn't it? Even if you are known to him, even if you feel like I want to meet him regularly, I want to talk to him regularly, but limitation is required, right? So that is what I also think. Even if I like that friend so much, but there will be limitations. I see to that not to exceed my limits. This is how I always think when there is a true bonding friendship without fail. And I make a promise on that I can do best things for my friend in such a way that there will be no problems can occur in any kind of situations. Now, every time when I am into this video or writing a article or something like that, it always makes me feel that I am learning new things every single day. Now, apart from this, why I'm going to tell this story in this related videos, that when you want to help your friend, you need a plan, right? That plan is very, very important and essential, because without planning, nothing can happen. And it is like you're going to meet your friend somewhere in the place, like when you're going for some trip or in an airplane. If you want to meet your friend, you might give your friend a call and say, I'm waiting here, please come soon, isn't it? That is how this story is going to go out. Now we had a 4 minutes talk. Now let us get into the story. Today, in this topic, let me tell a story which is true bond friendship between the two things. Now, from a 4-minute talk, you would have got to know that how this friendship will be a true between two things, right? And the question here is that who are those two things who are very close friends with each other? This is the question which I am going to tell right now. Now slowly you open up your eyes and mind and say who that two best people is. They are nothing but the ant and the spider. That's it. Now, this story is that ant needs the help from a spider to show the love towards the world. Because imagine when your friend is loved towards the world, imagine how you feel. It's the same thing. When you meet a friend or a new friend, that your friend is so much lovable towards the world. Think like that. Okay? Now, this is needed because we should understand a strong bonding friendship between an ant and a spider. But as I said, how a true friendship bonding varies. Now this is that same true reality talk is applied over here. But where do these belongs to? Now think that when you meet a person, they might ask you, where are you from? Where are you located? Isn't it? This is the same thing here. But within the country, place differs. Imagine your friend lives in the United States of America, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and you live in Boston. Imagine that. Same America, place differs. Like that, same European countries, place differs. This is how the places of the person varies. Like spider comes from one place, ant comes from one place within the European country, where this spider belongs to some same Switzerland, but the ant belongs to Scotland within the same European country. Imagine. It is like you live in America, where you live in Boston, your friend lives in San Francisco, like that. Now, where are these? As I said, this is a spider belongs to the countryside of Switzerland called Grindelwald, whereas this ant belongs to Scotland. This is how varies within the same European countries. Another question is that why this ant wants to beat spider? Now here's a question for you. I imagine myself as a spider and my friend as an ant. I think why that my friend wants to meet me, and it is similar like why this ant wants to meet that spider. This is a question. But what happened was the final answer given by my friend has really impressed me, and by reading this situation, the ant gave the best answer to the spider, which it is where spider is being impressed by the ant's answer. What is that answer given by the ant? Is that, my dear spider, I want to make you live longer. This made the spider a happiest day, which means even if that person is not related to you or an unknown friend, it feels like I'm very much happy, right? So I want to make you live longer. This is the answer that impressed a spider. Now, after this small question, you imagine yourself as a spider and your friend as a ant. Now, change this location in your places. Now, as I said about this European country, now same thing, you led yourself as an ant and spider with some other places, and you led yourself how in other ways you can form a story. Now, after this small conversation, the spider asked the ant, what help you want, my dear friend? Asked that spider. Now, I imagine myself as a spider. I asked my friend, saying that, what help you want, my dear? This is the question I asked. The answer is that, apart from an impressive answer, there was another answer, is that I came to know that you are more lovable person towards this world. Well, in terms of me, my friend is coming to tell that I am more lovable person towards this world. The answer is yes, of course. So another question is that, who are you? Where are you from? Now the spider is asking, who are you? What do you want? Mr. Ant is asked. This ant asked help from a spider that, I thought you are a famous person. I want a small help from you so that I can be loved towards the world. The spider think a little bit to help the ant. Now next thing is here. Yes, I'm a lovable person. So what do you want from my side? Which means from a spider side. Finally replied that, My dear spider, I have certain things which I don't know how to get along the world. Well, when my friend comes to this point, it says that I'm finding so much of difficulties. I'm not able to face the world. No, ma'am, you are facing it. This is the question raised. After a whole lot of thinking, this made me to think on what is the best tips I can provide to my friend to make a love towards the world and get along with it. Now, this statement is important because since this world is a very competitive world, we should understand that how the world works. Because wherever we go, we should be very prepared, well prepared. Because every person has different kind of personalities and mindset. That is how it is. So, the best help I did was I trained that ant to make the love towards the world. That's the only tip I get. Finally, what happened was the ant started to get along with the world, made the love towards the world. You can be also a lovable person towards the world. And the final answer spider gave towards the ant is that just follow my tips so that you can be a lovable person towards the world. This is it. Now, this is the story ends. Before I conclude the topic, always imagine when you go to a shop, you buy some blueberries for some amount of money. Why? Because you need it and you give so much importance for it, isn't it? So similarly, I do the same thing, but only just place these berries. That's it. Now you can, from this story, you guys can understand how the reality of friendship has came in the story to make ant as a better day, where ant was being so much of needy to face the consequence of the world because it was facing a tough situation and it doesn't know how to face the world. So the spider has helped it to overcome the fear. That's it, guys. From the conclusion, this is how both ant and spider fell in love, became friends with each other. This is it. In the next video, I'll come up with a new topic. Till then, bye bye. Keep on watching.